Good evening, Chag Sameach, Chag Hanukkiya. Here we are. Tonight we just celebrated the seventh night, lighting of the seventh candle of Hanukkah. And what I'm going to do is go over tomorrow night, which is Thursday night, for the eighth attribute, honor, but we are also covering Yesod and Malchut, kingdom. Okay, so we have three readings on the eighth night of Hanukkah, and I will explain why and how it aligns with the utterances of creation. Okay, a little more material for this one, so I'm going to be reading it as fast as I can, but I like, for posterity, I want to get it all in there. So, night 8 is Hod, which is honor, but it's also translated as glory or majesty, but it is a glory of honor, if you look into the meaning of the Hebrew. And then we have Yesod, which is foundation, but this is a foundation of righteousness. And Malchut, which is the 10th attribute, kingdom. And again, I have other teachings that go into these attributes more in depth, so I'm trying not to go too in depth in this. So the first thing we're going to do is light the shamash candle, and then we say the traditional prayers, okay? I'm trying to learn the sing-songy thing here, so let's see if I can do it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik der Hanukkiya. Okay, I didn't quite get the melody, but hey, I'm trying. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us to kindle the Hanukkah light. And then the second, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nimsim la'avotenu bayamim hahem bisman hazeh. And it's blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who performed miracles for our forefathers in those days at this time. Okay. And so then recite the following, holding the shamash candle. In memorial of the eighth night. By the way, throughout this whole series, I've been saying holding the shamash candle. I'm pretty sure that's the case, that you hold it while you recite the blessing, but correct me if I'm wrong. If not, then, leave the candle in until you recite the blessings. And then when you're ready to light the other candles, take the shamash. But I think I was watching another video on Chabad, so I've been seeing a lot of different videos. So anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. So in memorial of the eighth night of rededication, and also in remembrance of the eighth utterance of creation, in which God said, "Let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let him have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. This is the honor of God, which he placed upon mankind, giving him dominion over all the earth. And that's as you're lighting the 8th candle. Okay? And I know I've done this a zillion times, but I just like to pretend I'm lighting it. Okay. This is the honor of God, which he placed upon mankind by giving him dominion over all the earth. And then lighting the 7th candle, honor follows victory. And the 6th candle, victory follows beauty. And the 5th candle, beauty is the perfect balance of might, like the candle of might. And then the 4th candle, and of mercy. And then the 3rd, that was the 4th candle. And then the 3rd candle, mercy follows knowledge. Knowledge follows understanding, like the 2nd candle, like the 1st candle, and understanding flows from wisdom. Okay. Now, as I said, we have 3 different attributes we're touching on here. So continuing to hold the shamash, recite. And the shamash is also the foundation of righteousness, in which we remember when God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you, it shall be for meat. And placing the shamash back into the Hanukkiya in the middle, stating, this is the foundation of righteousness, for righteousness is the foundation of the world. Okay? So, then recite, now we see all 9 lights of the 6 days of creation. We see how they all came from God, and they are all connected. The 9 discernible attributes of God flow down from above to below, which is the base of the Hanukkiya menorah. Okay? So they all are connected, and they all flow down to the base here. And it is the base, which is the Sabbath rest, in which God ceased from his work. Okay? This is Malchut. And you can touch the base at that point and just say, this is kingdom, Malchut. Okay? And one day, all of creation will reach this final destination of rest. Okay? And this is also the hope of Hanukkah, that in the world to come, there will be no more tyrannical oppression, but only God's kingdom of shalom, peace. Okay? So, the base, this is the goal of Keter. Remember, Keter is above. Keter is above the crown of creation. The goal of Keter is kingdom, Malchut. Okay? And that's why these 2 are outside of the 6 days of the 9 utterances of creation. And these are known as Keter Malchut. Keter Malchut, crown of the kingdom, or crown kingdom. And they are one. So they are the first and the last. and they are connected. So Malchut is the realization of Keter. So now you would sing traditional Hanukkah songs here or other worship songs, and then you have 3 readings, okay? And these are the 3 readings. Forgot to put here the 8th commandment. Okay, so 1 reading for each attribute: honor, foundation of righteousness, and kingdom. And so Maccabees 2, 49 through 69 for the first reading. The second reading is Maccabees 3, 1 through 26. And the third reading is First Maccabees 4, 36 through 59. That's a lot of reading. I'm going to forego the reading on this, but I'm going to just give you a quick overview. Basically, after the teaching, the readings and the teaching, more worship and or festivities, and in the evening and the festival of Hanukkah. So, just a quick overview on the eighth utterance of creation, being honor. I already discussed it a little bit. Is that when God created man, He fashioned him out of the dust of the earth, and by His hands being put upon mankind, He conveyed an anointing or a mantle of rulership, giving man dominion over the all of the other living creatures. And so the 8th commandment is, thou shalt not steal. Okay. And it has to do with, you ever hear the phrase, there's no honor among thieves? Well, literally, there is no honor among thieves. Thou shalt not steal, because we should respect the dominions. So we respect the honor that was given to man, that mankind had dominion over the animals. In the same way, we respect God's authority over us, okay? God has the highest honor, okay? His hod, it's called hod, is majesty, okay? It's a majesty of honor, and it basically, what happens is that Satan, he tries to steal God's honor, okay? And whenever we try to elevate ourselves or we lift ourselves up in pride, we are coming in opposition to this honor. So we are stealing that honor. We're trying to steal the honor, okay? So the 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal, okay? It aligns with the 8th utterance of God, because we see how that God gave dominion to man over the other animals. He gave that honor. It's the same honor. This is the same word used when Moses blesses Aaron. And Moses blesses, He blessed Aaron, but he also blessed Joshua. And when he blessed Joshua, he did that in front of the congregation so that they would obey Joshua as the new leader. So that was the dominion that Moses conveyed to Joshua. It was Hod, okay? And so moving on to Yesod, which is the foundation of righteousness, you'll notice that the Shamash, the candle's already lit, okay? And it's the first candle that's lit every night, and it's the first candle that was lit from Keter, okay? From above creation, okay? And so when everything has been lit, the servant candle finds its place once again in the middle as the foundation, okay? Which is Yesod, foundation, okay? But we know that the foundation, this attribute of foundation, is a foundation of righteousness, because it says in the Bible that righteousness is the foundation of the world, okay? So Yesod is the ninth utterance, okay, wherein there's the seed is given as food. And so we're talking about a righteous seed, okay? And so the ninth commandment is, thou shalt not bear false testimony, okay? Now what happens is that when you bear false testimony, you are mixing that which is unholy with what God gives us as holy. Because the fruit from the tree which God gave in the ninth utterance of creation is a righteous seed. It's a foundation. It's what we receive the mercy of God because He gives us food. So God feeds all of creation, and we eat that. Now, you should not tell lies, you should not bear false testimony, because you mix the fruit of your lips with the fruit that God gives you to eat, which is holy, okay? That you don't want to do. You don't want to. That's what the enemy is always trying to do, is try to combine that which is unholy with what is holy, and that just desecrates it. No, you want to keep everything separated, sanctified, which is why when we read the blessings it says, God who has sanctified us by His commandments, because these commandments set us apart, they sanctify us. So essentially, that's how that ties in there, is that the fruit of your lips should not be mixed with false testimony. So no, you should establish the truth and righteousness, the foundation of righteousness, through what you say and not by lies, okay? Now here we have Malchut, kingdom, and righteousness flows downward. Basically, this is the connection between heaven and earth, Yesod. You see how this candle goes all the way down to the base, and this is the kingdom, this is earth. But righteousness is the connection between heaven and earth, and all the rabbis talk about this, about how the saint is the foundation of the world, not just the righteousness, but the saintly uh, are the connection between heaven and earth. Okay, and this is the servant, the righteous servant. Okay, so Yesod flows down all of the other attributes down to the base, and this is kingdom. Okay, and so the 10th utterance of creation is outside of the 9. Okay, if you notice, there are 9 lights on the Hanukkiya. The middle one is the 9th, but it's also the first. So Keter and Malchut, as I said, are connected. They are one. So Keter Malchut is number 1, and number 10. It's a mystery. Okay, we don't understand Keter because it's above us. God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. But kingdom we understand because it's the culmination of Keter. Okay, so we have the 9 lights of the 6 days of creation, and then on the Sabbath we do not light a fire, and that's why there's no light right here. It's just the base wherein God rested. Okay. Now, Malchut, kingdom, the 10th utterance is outside of that creation. It's the 7th day. Okay, it's the Sabbath, and in the Bible, it also is in chapter 2, whereas the 9 utterances, these are all in chapter 1. Okay, and then Shabbat is in chapter 2, which is outside of creation. It's the culmination of all things. So it is. And the 10th commandment. So basically, this is, "Thou shalt not covet." Okay, and it gets into all the things that we should not covet. But essentially, this is connected to the idea of coveting the throne of a king, or coveting the kingdom. Like, we should not try to take that which has not been given to us. Basically, in creation, God has honored man, with Hod, and He has given all things to him anyway. All dominion has been given to him. So, but acknowledge that it is God's. All things are God's. Do not covet the kingdom for yourself. Do not try to claim that which is not yours. Okay. Basically, that is, don't covet your neighbor's house. Don't covet his wife. Don't covet his servant. Don't covet that which is not yours. Okay. The kingdom is God's, and we serve one God and one, and so essentially, this is how this all ties together here. So that's it in a nutshell, and you can read these these verses in Maccabees with regard to each one of these attributes, and see how they line up. And that's it. And God bless everyone. And happy Hanukkiya, Chag Sameach. And I look forward to the day when tyrants will be no more. Oh, okay. See, I just thought I was done. I'm not done. It's a long night, because essentially, let me see what I wrote here. Oh, no, I guess this is it right here. Yeah, I already said that. I want to say it again, okay? I want to say that again. One day, all of creation will reach this final destination of rest, and this is also the hope of Hanukkiya, that in the world to come, there will be no more tyrannical oppression, but only God's kingdom of Shalom, peace. Amen. All right, good night, everyone.